Hey guys, it's been a minute since we've talked, and it's been about a week actually, and this video's intention and purpose is to help kind of navigate any kind of troubling landscape that you might be in, because I was thinking to myself, damn, it's been a week since I've talked to them. That's not for no reason. It's because I've been in the lack matrix big time, and I keep slipping in, old patterns keep coming up just to like F with me, and it's like I thought I already worked through all of you, but I guess not. So I guess I have to work on it again. And I've been talking to some friends, and I've posted some things on my Instagram just kind of chronicling this dip into the lack matrix. And I've gotten lots of encouragement, which is amazing, but also lots of affirmation that it's happening for other people too. So I was thinking, well, I want to make a YouTube video to kind of like elevate the global conversation that might be going on right now, that probably is going on right now. I do believe that one of my gifts is to really tap into what's going on. Actually, let me get really clear with it. I believe one of my gifts is to have the ability to understand what's kind of about to come. Okay, so I'm a manifester in terms of human design, and my strategy is to inform. And without getting too esoteric, what that means for me is I've always felt like I kind of had this idea of what's coming, what's coming next, not like this crazy psychic or whatever, but just a general sense of knowing. And so I'm trying to learn how to ride my own algorithms, my own emotional, my own mental algorithms. That way I can best create content and post it alongside with the YouTube algorithms and the Instagram algorithms. It's like I'm trying to take my own human technology, which is much more advanced than YouTube and Instagram and all that technology, and I'm trying to implement it into the algorithms that are laid in front of us, So basically, I say all that to say I have been in the lack matrix big time, and what that means for me is a lot of my old patterns have been coming up. I have not been feeling like Ray recently. Ray's been a little bit stifled by Ricky's doubt, and I've been feeling I haven't been fueling my body with the best of things. I mean, I still eat super healthy, but if you know me, I've had kind of such a tumultuous relationship with food and with working out and all these things, and it becomes excessive for me. That's getting to a whole rabbit hole, but basically I've been eating a shit ton of sugar, which is not normal for me, and it doesn't make me feel great because it gets me in a sugar loop where the sugar comes the addiction, and then aside from that, all my other old patterns of negative thought patterns and negative behaviors come up with the sugar. It's like, okay, so I struggle with something. Let's say, I don't want to air out all my stuff out here, but let's just say I struggle with past jealousy. Okay, so jealousy comes up, I feel bad about it, and then I get like a little sugar rush and I feel better, and then the jealousy comes up, and then I get like an idea to go get like a little piece of, I don't know, another sugar rush, and then I get up, and then I go down, up and down, up and down, and it's like I become a slave to my own mind. And I'm wondering if anyone else struggles with that, whether it be sugar, alcohol, porn, too much substance, too much television, too much a lot of us, what we struggle with is feeling the need to get validated by somebody else, validation from someone else, validation from, I don't know, your local narcissist. And so anyway, whatever that may be for you, I guess my question is, have you been feeling like you're falling back into that? Because I'm definitely feeling like I'm falling back into that, and there's a difference though. It feels different. The reason it feels different this time is because I'm more conscious of it. I'm more aware. Even though I am falling in to the lack matrix just a bit, I am conscious of it, and that is making a world of difference. Now, am I feeling better all the time? Absolutely not. But I can work to improve my navigation of this landscape, because at the end of the day, the lack matrix is going to be there whenever you want it to be. Okay, whenever you want it to be there, you can dip back into that awful hellhole and feel awful about yourself and eat bad things for you and think negative thoughts and think the world is out to get you. It's always there. Okay, it is always there. But as is as that's always there, so is the abundance matrix, which is the mindset of, I can create whatever reality I want. You're one thought away, you're one paradigm shift away from going into the abundance matrix where you can skip and frolic and have fun and like enjoy communion and just love, you know? But don't be hard on yourself if you feel like it's hard to get over there, because it's not so easy. I say that it's a paradigm shift away, and it is, but it takes work. It takes grit work. It takes grid work to overcome the lack and get into the abundance. And so I'm trying to round out my point here. Okay, where am I? See how hard this conversation is? Because I feel like I'm having like 3 conversations at once. But where am I? Okay, so here's what I want to say. Yes, I've been feeling in the lack matrix big time, and I'm assuming that you have too if you're watching this video now. And as we know, these videos transcend time and space, so if you're watching this video, you're probably in some type of dip and you need to hear this message, because that's just the way this works. And what I want to say to you is, try to let go of resisting the lack matrix. That would be step 1. Let go of resisting the lack matrix. Realize that you're in it. Realize that you're kind of in your old cycles, and have grace for yourself, because it is really hard to be a human being, you guys. It is really hard. We are the most technologically savvy beings walking around this freaking planet, and we have an unlimited things. We have all of humanity on our shoulders every single day. It's hard. And we have emotions, and we have ego, and we have our brains trying to tell us that there's saber-toothed tigers everywhere, even though it's just like nothing, it's just anxiety. It's hard, especially for the millennial generation and down, like in this digital age. And anyway, have grace for yourself. If you're in it, you're in it. That's okay. Okay, so that's step 1, have grace for yourself. Step 2 is, and this is what I've been doing. Okay, this is kind of a fun game. So, your past self, let's say you 6 months ago, you used to dip into the lack matrix a little bit more. Maybe a year ago, you used to dip in more. Maybe 3 years ago, you used to dip in more. Whenever that past self of you used to dip in more, try to remember that person and recognize that you don't dip in that much anymore, which is huge. That's dope. You don't dip into the lack matrix that much anymore. Now, try to remember yourself, your past self, and try to remember what he or she really enjoyed doing to get yourself out of the lack matrix. For me, a real life example is weightlifting. I love weightlifting. I love gymnastics. I love handstands. I love swinging on the rings. I love freaking just getting in the gym and just going to work. That's why my hands are all calloused up, because I picked weightlifting back up. Because when I remember my old self that used to dip into the lack matrix every 3 days or so, every 4 days or so, used to love weightlifting. It would make him, I want to say him because it's the past me, feel better. And so what I want to say to you is, what magic could there be? And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be going and joining a gym. It could be anything. Did you used to like to paint? Did you used to like to go to your favorite coffee shop and sit there and just like dream and write in your journal? Whatever that may be, tap into that past self a little bit. Ask that past self to come up and help you again, because that was you back then. You were helping yourself back then. So remember the strength that you used to have. Pull it into your current now situation and combine that with your current awareness in the lack matrix. The combination of those two things is going to blast you to a whole new level, because what you're doing is you're recognizing your strengths from the past and you're combining it with a current awareness now, which is the strength of the now, which is what got you out of the frequent visits to the lack matrix from the freaking beginning. Okay, so let me recap. Go back to yourself a year ago. Remember what that person used to really enjoy doing. If it's like you had a coffee shop that is still accessible to you, go there. If it's like a favorite show that you used to watch, if it's a favorite, whatever it is, I know it was high vibe because it got you out of the lack matrix. Go there, metaphorically speaking, go make that video, go write that poem, go drink that coffee, whatever, and do that in your current now moments. So try to make that a habit every single day. Bring that strength back, because that strength back will remind you of your strength from the beginning that you've always had. It was a little harder for you back then, now it's a little easier, and that combined with your awareness is going to take you to your next self. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts, and I can't wait for it. And I'm doing it in real time, and I'm going to chronicle it. I'm chronicling it right now. I feel so much better today that I'm making this video and that I worked out this morning. I feel so much better. I worked out this morning. I was listening to some old hip hop music that I love so much, and I won't say it's the highest vibe thing in the world, but for me it was, because I loved it. It made me feel strong. It made me feel kind of like just beast mode. It made me feel athletic. It made me feel good, you know. It made me feel powerful, like a king. And so, as low vibe as that music may be, I brought it in a high vibe way this morning. I worked out, and now I'm attaching that to my awareness enough to know that YouTube now helps me in my current now moments. So the combination of those two things is not only going to, it's going to pull me out of the lack matrix. It's also going to, as I'm coming out, imagine coming out of the lack matrix like you're scooping all of the truth from the lack matrix. Because listen, being in the lack matrix is not for no reason. It's a landmine if you really choose it to be. No. It's a gold mine if you choose it to be for you. So what I mean by that is, if you're in the lack matrix, you're being shown shadows of yourself that were harmful to you at some point, okay? So whether that be defense mechanisms, old ways of protecting yourself that you just don't need anymore, closing up against closing your heart to love, you know, not trusting people, whatever that may be, jealousy, lust, all of those things. Whatever that may be, and that it's coming up for you again, recognize that there's truth, there's gems in there. It's a gold mine. There's gems in there. Search in there, pick out the gems, and return to the abundance matrix with your new gems and offer those gems to the world. That's what this is. That's what I'm doing right now. And it is helping me, okay? Because now I'm gonna go hang out with my partner. It's gonna be like the best day. And but I have to acknowledge that I've been in the lack matrix, because my energy's been seeping over to her. It's been seeping over to pretty much everyone, and I don't enjoy that, but I'm not gonna condemn myself for it. I'm gonna have grace for myself. I'm gonna have grace for my partner. If she isn't so easy to, you know, if it's not so easy right away, because we've been battling because of this time right now, and just like the collective has been battling. So anyway, what I want to say is, the manifester in me wants to say this time is almost over. Thank God. The collective lack time is almost over. We have definitely gotten through the worst of it. Trust. We've gone through the worst of it. Now, I would say if it's a curve, like if we're going down, here's like the worst of it right here, and here's the best, and we are right here. So we've gone above the worst of it, but it's still hard. It's still dense a little bit, but we're going to move through it by doing the things that I said today. So again, here, let's say the bottom of my chin is like the curve. That's the worst of it. We are literally like right here. Still dense, but moving up and to the right. And so just have grace for yourself, have compassion for others, find joy as much as you possibly can. Joy, compassion, grace. Joy, compassion, grace. Joy, compassion, grace. Light, sun, blue, beauty. Let those things in. Whatever feels beautiful, let them in. Whatever feels graceful, let it in. Whatever feels abundant, let it in. Whatever feels confident, let it in. Whatever feels strong, let it in. Whatever feels beautiful, strong. I want to say all these words: collective, communion. Let all of these things in right now, and use your resources wisely. Call up your friends, use your resources wisely. Replay this video, share this video, whatever. Do the whole thing. But anyway, from the beginning of this video, I was maybe vibrating here, and now I'm vibrating here. So just take this as a testament to this stuff works, and just know that I'm thinking about you. I know you're thinking about me. We're doing this together, and I'm just so happy that you're here with me. So it helps the channel a lot if you like and subscribe. And so if you enjoyed this, please do those things, and just know that we're up and to the right, baby. Up and to the right. Okay, love you all. Bye.